Have it your way. Have it your way. Have it your way at Burger King. Hold the pickle, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way. We can serve your broiled beef whopper, fresh with everything on topper. Any way you think is proper, have it your way. Have it your way. Have it your way. Have it your way at Burger King.
Hey, all you space cats! It's the Black Hole Podcast. You're here. This is season 6, episode 3 of Beatty versus Corporate America. Bill Earl and Dead Eddy versus Corporate America. I'm Dead Eddy. That's my music name. And we're here with Bill Earl, a great artist and musician. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning.
So we're talking, we played the the Burger King jingle that we made, and it's kind of like a dirge, kind of like solemn, maybe like a tribute to all the heart attacks and diabetes caused by fast food consumption here in this country, the United States. So that was that jingle. I wanted to talk again about, on our last episode, we made the Shell jingle, and the Shell cracker plant here in Beaver County, right near Pittsburgh, causes some bad air quality days. And I just wanted to say that if I was elected mayor of Pittsburgh, my plan was to have a team of lawyers that we could strategically file lawsuits against different companies, corporations, and things and entities to try to resolve some issues and stand up to the establishment. And that might not be the best course of action. Legal action isn't usually, it's not my first choice, but I just thought in the position. So my plan was to get a class action suit, all the residents of Allegheny County or all the residents of Pittsburgh, to file a class action suit against the Shell cracker plant. And basically it would say, look, if you're going to cause bad air quality days in our city, to create, and the cracker plant creates plastic pellets for use in making plastic products. So my thought process was, well, if you're going to do this, you're going to create bad air quality, you should come up with a way to recycle all of our one-time use plastics, at least in the city of Pittsburgh. So we'll alter our recycling program. We'll deliver all of these plastics to the cracker plant. We'll dump them out on your parking lot or whatever. Now it's up to you. You figure out how to make pellets out of these things and recycle them, So, because a lot of single-use plastic, and I don't know if people know this, I didn't realize, it just gets burned. Even if it's in your recycling program, they collect it, and they used to ship it to China to burn in their power plants. It's just oil, basically, that they burn. So we need to reform our recycling programs, and I think if we took a company like Shell to task, we could get some actual recycling and not just burning this plastic, collecting it, burning it. And there are programs that are starting to come around now that that's been exposed. But so we're going to talk a little bit about, like I said, we're talking a little bit about my history, a little bit about Bill's history, kind of focus more on mine. Last time I talked about going to the University of Pittsburgh and having experimental Wi-Fi in the neighborhood, and possibly secret societies experimenting with radio frequencies and things like that. So I'm building my case. You know my agenda here. I'm anti wireless transmission, and I believe that some of my mental health issues are caused because I have a wireless sensitivity. I talk about this um, in my short film called Respiration that you can find on my website plotm.com. But I'm going to tell a little bit about a hunting story. I used to hunt. I don't really hunt too much anymore. I do more photography of wildlife. But I was I was the firstborn grandson of a large hunting family in northwestern Pennsylvania. My grandfather had 5 brothers. My grandfather had 4 sons. They all hunted. So I was the firstborn grandson of a large hunting family. So it was kind of written in the stone that I was going to be a hunter right from the beginning. And there's pictures of me with a porch full of pheasants sitting there as a 3-year-old and stuff like that. So it was kind of ingrained in me. And I do like to be out in nature. I do enjoy being out in nature. And once you get past the actual harvesting part, it is a good experience, I think. But so I'm going to tell this, and I think also hunters have an interesting mindset in this new interconnected age of where everything's interconnected, and we have supercomputers and artificial intelligence. So it's kind of like they can put themselves in a mindset of if they were being hunted by computers, if computers were tracking them everywhere they go, how do they react? How do they make contact? How do they communicate and things like that? So the hunting story occurs in 2006, the year I graduated from the University of Pittsburgh. It was white-tailed deer rifle season, and I went out on the first day, and so this would have been the end of November, half a month before I graduated. And it was opening day. It was 7 in the morning, 7:30, first light, and this beautiful buck came past me. It was a 10-point buck with like a 16-inch spread. It was what you call a wall mounter, a nice buck for that area. So I harvested the buck, and so that happened the opening day. So around approximately the same time that I harvested this buck, my future father-in-law harvested a 10-point buck of approximately the same size. So it's kind of a rarity that that happens. So I like to think that I listen to nature. We both harvested these large deer, and so I listen to nature, and I kind of thought maybe I should enter into this family and get engaged to my spouse. It kind of sealed the deal for me. I'd already been thinking about it, but maybe this family, because my father-in-law was an executive in a large corporation, maybe entering into this family, I can use the resources and privileges afforded to a corporate family to make a better life for not only my spouse and I, but just make a better world in general. So, like I said, I try to listen to nature, but it made me think, later down the line, what if animals in the wild are like radio controlled, and they're attuned to the radio signals, and that supercomputers, artificial intelligence, actually embody some of these animals, and you have cases where animals are actually sacrificing themselves to hunters in order to make connections like what I'm talking about, or to get them to think differently, or things like that. So, but you could see how this could be abused, taken to extremes where you would have actual a theme, like a Disney theme park, where somebody could pay to be a Disney princess and have little birdies land on their fingers and their shoulders as they sing a song or something like that. You know what I mean? Because they're all radio controlled, you know? Like, where do you draw the line? Is there experimentation with these wild animals? So, on that note, on kind of talking about a little bit about Disney, Bill, you have an interesting shirt design that you developed. It kind of touches on the military-industrial complex and things like that. Can you tell us? I have one of your shirts. They're available on your Etsy page, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell us a little bit about the design?
It's it's a famous mouse. It's well known. The signature character of Disney, Mickey Mouse, and it's inspired by when during the World Wars there were gas masks manufactured for children, and in order to help the children adapt to the changing times and the threat of nuclear war and these drills, the companies that were manufacturing them were making these gas masks that were in the shape of cartoon characters, and so the shirt's inspired by this. It's kind of this demented Mickey Mouse gas mask, kind of gothic with some bondage elements, and it's pretty classic imagery, but with my twist on it.
Yeah, it's a cool shirt. It's a cool design.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's great. I'm happy I have one. Get yours if you can. I mean, I think they're awesome, and really make a statement too in its own way. You know, it's great art. It's great art, man.
Yeah, in our effort to tackle these ventures against corporate America, this is something I'm already doing.
Yeah, you've already been doing it. I saw the design before on social media. I didn't quite understand it until you explained it to me. So that's why I'm glad you explained it. You know what I mean? Because I was like, what is that? And it's cool, but you're just like, so now that you have the backstory on it, it makes a little bit more sense. You know what I mean? It's cool.
It makes a little more sense. Yeah. It's weird.
So, getting towards the end of the show here, I just wanted to bring one last comment about hunting around, because you might judge me because I hunted, and I think it's a good way to get organic, free-range meat. But also, if you think about language and how it developed, hunting played a part in language. I mean, that was the first communicators. If they were taking down a woolly mammoth, you needed to communicate pretty succinctly how you were going to approach that in order to bring food back to the tribe or anything like that. So language was partially developed by ancient hunters and things like that. So, but we're going to plug some businesses here. Again, these businesses do not endorse or condone anything said or done on this podcast in previous episodes or the current. So, Bill, do you have some businesses you want to plug?
Yeah. In my recent visit to Pittsburgh, I've been able to visit some friends that have some businesses, and I enjoyed some empanadas from Mi Empanada in Lawrenceville.
Nice.
And that's a friend of mine that makes those, and they were very good. So I would recommend checking those out.
Good, cool. Anyone else you want to plug your website at all?
Yeah, my website is BillEarl.com, and I'm currently doing a guest visit tattooing at Snaggletooth Tattoo in Polish Hill in Pittsburgh. And that's been a lot of fun.
All right, great. Well, thanks for listening to this episode, and join us again soon. And we're gonna have to coordinate a time to come out to Williamsport, and record some more of these. Bill, thanks again for the collaboration, and hopefully we can keep it rolling, man.
Yeah, no problem. It's been a pleasure.
All right, thanks for listening. Join us again.
Thanks.